Voice Matters is an installation that helps people understand the capabilities of voice listening technologies that exist in things like mobile phones or voice assistants. Hello, Voice Matters. I hope you're feeling okay today. Ready for a busy event. There's a microphone here that's listening to absolutely every single word I'm saying and displaying it on this screen here. On this screen, we can start to see if the words we're saying are being understood by the voice recognition technology. And then this next screen we see here starts to show how confident it is in the words that we've said. But you can also see the sentence that it's creating here. And in that sentence, there's lots of words that it didn't hear, but it's starting to make assumptions. And then we start to move on to analysis of all the voice data that this wall of boxes has heard since being turned on today. The first thing is just a word cloud. So this is quite basic, but you can start to see the most frequently said words. And this is quite common, that you always see things like thing, think, people, always tend to be the quite common words that are big words. There's nothing really meaningful in there. You have to start to go into the small words to see the kind of sentiment of what was being said. Like we've got data here, we've got technologies a bit smaller than these otherwise meaningless words. Because this kind of lacked meaning, we wanted to figure out ways of analysing and summarising everything that had been heard by this installation in a more meaningful way. So we brought in OpenAI and ChatGPT to do that. So now with these next few screens, these are all powered by OpenAI's ChatGPT and DALL-E as the brains behind it. So these top themes here is taking everything that it's heard and it's trying to understand what are the most important themes that have been discussed. So technology is the most important, going down to installation is the least important. We're moving on to a 75-word summary of everything that it's heard, which normally makes sense. Sometimes when you've got quite disparate conversations happening, it can hear people chatting outside the room. It starts to get a little bit confused and starts to struggle, but generally after a long period of time being turned on, it makes more sense. Then we start to go a bit more creative, and it's still analysing the same transcript of everything that it's heard, but this time we're trying to generate an image and a haiku. So a haiku is a small poem. The image generally doesn't make sense when you've got these disjointed conversations happening, and it starts to generate some really random kind of typefaces. The more data the installation collects of the day can sometimes make a bit more sense with the image. And then the haiku, I always quite like the haiku. It can be quite poetic and meaningful. So generally, we just want to show people how powerful ChatGPT is in summarising large, complex chunks of voice data. So how can technology companies use technologies like this to understand what's going on in your lives?